Okay guys, welcome to the channel. Alright guys, let's talk about the Paris Saint-Germain win against Real Madrid. Obviously the game ended PSG 4, Real Madrid 0. Real Madrid nil. Now, it wasn't a surprise for me that Paris Saint-Germain won the game. But for me, the surprise was the scoreline 4-0. For Real Madrid not to even score one, that's to tell you, it was a really surprise for me if you consider the kind of players that they have, the attacking power that they have. And then for Paris Saint-Germain to score four, obviously we know that they can score that kind of numbers of goals because of their quality as well, the quality that they have in front. They have done it before in this competition. They did score four, against Atletico Madrid, I think, in their first game. They can do it, but then for them to do it against Real Madrid, for me, I feel like it's a surprise. But then, yeah, they will be playing in the final against Chelsea. But first, let's just talk about Real Madrid, because if you watch this Real Madrid team, you will see that they don't have a team. Real Madrid have no team. For me, they don't have a team. They have players, top quality players. I feel like they have some very good midfielders. Jude Bellingham, Tchouameni. They have some very good midfielders for the attacking line too. For me, they have top world-class players. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. These players are top players. But then you can have players, but you don't have a team. You will still struggle. I feel like that's the reason why they struggle. And another thing we shouldn't forget is Real Madrid have a new coach. Xabi Alonso is the new coach of Real Madrid. He hasn't been there for, maybe 1 or 2 months he has been there. He hasn't done any pre-season with them. He only do some training for this competition. So they need time. The coach himself needs time. That's why I said they don't have a team. Because even Paris Saint-Germain, I believe when this is their current coach, Luis Enrique, when he joined Paris Saint-Germain 2 seasons ago, he struggled himself because he was trying to create a system for the team. He was trying to make them understand how he wants them to play. They were struggling. Even in the Champions League then, they were struggling. But then 2 seasons now, you could see that they are now understanding what the coach wants them to do. The players now, they are now understanding how the coach wants them to play. Even last season that they won the Champions League, the beginning of the Champions League, they were struggling. They struggled to qualify in the Champions League group phase. But then somehow they qualified. Then from November, December, they peaked. January, and then they became the best team. Started, playing good football, winning games. So I think Xabi Alonso need that same opportunity. That same opportunity, obviously, and time to build his team. And for Real Madrid, like I said, they don't have a team. They don't play like a team. Some of their players don't really press. Now, if you watch the game against Paris Saint-Germain, the 2 goals that Real Madrid scored Paris Saint-Germain scored were clear mistake, from the Real Madrid defense. From the Real Madrid were clear mistakes, and it because of how Paris Saint-Germain were pressing them. Real Madrid couldn't get out from the press of Paris Saint-Germain. So if Real Madrid know how to play from the back, for me, I feel like they don't know how to play from the back in terms of if they meet a team that can press very well, like PSG can press very well. That's why they find it difficult to go out, because they don't know how to beat the press. That was why they made those mistakes, the 2 defenders. That was why they made those mistakes. You see defender like Rudiger, experienced defender, making that kind of mistakes. They clearly give those 2 goals to PSG. They clearly give those 2 goals to PSG. So for me, it was clear that they are struggling to understand how Xabi Alonso wants them to play. Obviously, like I said, Alonso still needs time to make them understand how he wants them to play. And pressing as well. Another thing is the Real Madrid team doesn't press. Kylian Mbappe doesn't really press. If you watch the game, they don't press like a team. It's not all about running. That's the way you press. They don't press. Vinicius Junior doesn't press as well. They don't. If you watch Chelsea, the way Chelsea are played, if you see the way Chelsea are pressing, you know that this is a team that have been with their coach for 1 full season. They are not understanding how the coach wants them to play. So for Real Madrid, they are struggling because the coach obviously just came, and his pattern or his system, you must work hard. Everybody must run. You must press. When you lose the ball, you start returning back. Whether if you're a striker, you're a winger from the both wings, you have to return back. That's how Paris Saint-Germain plays. Every team that play possession-based football, that's how they play. You must run, and I feel like Real Madrid don't really do that. I feel like that's the reason why they really struggled against a dangerous PSG team. Now, if you watch the game against that PSG played against, against Bayern Munich, you see it was different. Obviously, they won that game 2-0. That was a very good performance from the both team. And for me, I feel like that game, Bayern Munich played very well. I feel like Bayern Munich controlled the game for me. For me, I feel like Bayern Munich were even the better team. Yes, they did not win the game, but for me, in terms of controlling the game, creating opportunities, I feel like Bayern did it better than PSG in that game. Now, the reason why Bayern could do that was because they could play from the back and they pressed as well. They have midfielders that can control the game. So that's the reason why they did very well against Paris Saint-Germain. That's the reason why they played very well. If you watch the game, you see that Bayern played very, very, very well. Because for me, while I was watching the game, I was like saying, what is PSG doing here? I mean, everybody believes that they are a better team than Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich for me is the one controlling the game. But obviously, PSG won the game. And the first goal that PSG scored in that game was a mistake from Harry Kane. And PSG team, that team is the kind of team that you don't have to make silly mistake in a dangerous area because they have killers in front. They have dangerous attacking players that if they have chance, I think they will take it. So yeah, for Real Madrid, going back to Real Madrid, I feel like they don't have a team. That is the reason why they struggle. They have the players, but they haven't really understand what the coach Xabi Alonso want them to do. He just came in his time to try and build this team. So it will be interesting to see how the final will go. So but for me, very good performance from PSG. They deserve the win. They deserve the win. They really destroyed Real Madrid. So your thoughts, your opinion on the game, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid. Also, guys, please, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Prepoint TV, like the video as well. We're also on Facebook. You can follow the channel there, share the video as well. So, guys, your thought, your opinion, you let me know. Thank you.